Priority's been making low-maintenance bikes since 2014. The combination of a belt drive system and internal gearing make for a daily commuter that requires minimal upkeep. After years on the road, we decided we could take this philosophy off-road, because a lot of the features that make a reliable commuter can be hardened to make an adventure rig ultimately dependable. Having a dependable drivetrain is just as important on an adventure ride as it is on a commute. And that can be the difference between having a good adventure and a great adventure. Being able to get on your bike and ride and not worry about it. In addition to the drivetrain components, we've designed these bikes from the ground up with adventuring in mind. So that means we've considered every component as well as the frame geometry to provide a riding experience that's designed for adventure. So let's start with the Priority 600. Now this is a bike that went beyond the commute, and that was the whole idea. We took the Pinion gearbox, which is a really cool piece of technology designed by Porsche transmission engineers with a 600% gear range and gearing that's all hidden away in an oil bath, so you don't have to worry about dirt, grit, grime, water, or anything messing up your shifting or messing up your gear range when you're out there in a remote area. And I think that's one of the coolest and most unique features of this bike. In addition to the gearbox, of course, we went and put wider tires on this bike. And what that does is it allows you to have a smoother ride on the commute, but it also allows you to point the bike off the road if you want to, and do a little gravel riding here and maybe ride on some mixed terrain and just feel more confident and comfortable as the road gets rougher and the gravel gets looser. So we went ahead and added those really cool kind of off-road features with a great commuting touring setup. And that includes full fenders, and full fenders are great because they keep you dry on dirty days, wet days, and keep the bike a little bit cleaner for sure. And of course, in addition to the fenders, we have a dynamo hub on the bike to power the front and rear lights. The 600 is the perfect bike for somebody looking to commute on the weekdays and adventure on the weekends. But for riders who want to go more off the beaten path, seek out more rugged trails and more remote areas, that's where the 600X comes in. Now, this is a bike that was sort of in the works for a long time, and Ryan Van Duzer ultimately presented us with the challenge to create a bike that he could ride on the Tour Divide. Now, we took our super reliable Gates belt drive system and Pinion gearbox combination and beefed that up with stainless sprockets. So this still has a 600% gear range and a super reliable sealed gearbox unit. The kind of features that make this bike much better for more rugged riding start with the wheels and tires. So this is a 29-inch wheel with a knobby tire. This is going to give you a lot of grip with minimal rolling resistance on rougher terrain. And we combine that with a Wren suspension fork. And this is designed to soak up even the worst bumps. Now, when you're out there, you want to carry everything that you need on the bike. So that's why we also went and added a bunch of eyelets on the bike. So you can bolt on to the down tube on the top and the bottom side, the top tube on the top and the bottom side, even the seat stays. You can bolt whatever gear you need onto the bike and bring it with you. And we also thought about comfort on this bike, because when you're out on a tour, you might be out on the bike for days at a time. So we have a nice comfortable back-swept handlebar and ergonomic grips to provide for that extra bit of comfort. And it's these kind of features that make this bike perfect for longer tours, longer days in the saddle, on whatever terrain you want to seek out. So the 600X is the perfect do anything, go anywhere bike packing rig. But what if you want to go a little faster? That's where the Priority Apollo comes in. Now, drop bars and going fast go hand in hand. And that's because multiple hand positions allow you to be more comfortable on longer rides, and drop bars put you in a more aerodynamic and more efficient riding position. And there really aren't options out there on the market for bikes that have drop bar brake shift levers with integrated shifting and a super reliable Gates belt drive system. And that's why we made the Apollo. To put, of course, a super reliable belt drive on there with internal gearing. And this is a really wide range Shimano Alpine 11 hub with a 410% range. And so of course we combine those features with a frame with very stable, comfortable geometry and a nice wide capable tire. And so this bike is really fun and confidence inspiring on the road, and it's a bike that you can go and ride on gravel and mixed terrain as well, and still go fast and have fun, and go on longer rides too. And so in this latest version of the Apollo, we took those features up one level, and we added more eyelets on the bike. So we have additional eyelets here on the top tube for a bag or water bottle cage. We have additional eyelets here on the bottom of the down tube for the same thing. And so that just allows you to carry more stuff on the bike for those longer rides. We also changed the fork. So now we've got a full carbon fork with a tapered steerer. So that's lighter weight up front with more front end stiffness for more confidence on off-road terrain. And then we also improved the braking performance. So this also has our new 174 Hudson cable to hydraulic calipers on here. So these give you quite a bit more grip, quite a bit more braking performance and feel, and a lot more control with less maintenance. The Apollo is for the rider looking for a bike that's fast and fun on the road, but is also gravel capable. Now, with even more touring features, the bike is a great companion for a gravel adventure. All right, so that's Priority's lineup of adventure models. We've got the 600, that's our mixed terrain commuter. We've got the 600X, that's our ultimate bike packing bike. And we've got the Priority Apollo, that's our drop bar gravel machine. If you've got questions about any of those models, we've got different videos about each of them. If you have any questions about them in general, feel free to reach out. We're available 7 days a week, and the contact information is on your screen.